All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crappy Off Brands. Let's start off with something around number 19. I'll just leave this here. Sharpay. It's a marker that's actually the color of the dog Sharpay. It just happens to be in the same sort of font as Sharpie, and also just the last two letters are reversed. But because Sharpay is actually something else, a dog breed, you can probably get away with it. Not for letter writing on cloth. So don't bring this to a convention and attempt to get people's autographs on your t-shirt, apparently. Or attempt to write on a dog. Or draw on a dog's fur to make it look like a Sharpay. It's not for that. Don't do it. I'm going to charge my Sam Snug. Sam Snug. I want someone to make a Snuggie ripoff that's called a Sam Snug. And it was actually founded by someone named Sam. So they didn't even think about it. They were just like, what can I call this? Oh, a Sam Snug. It's a really snug little blanket. And also my name is Sam. So I'm going to call my product a Sam Snug. And you definitely use the same font as Samsung as well. What even is that? I don't know what the product is. It just looks like it's printed on a piece of paper or something. Also, why does the index finger look really disproportionate here? Maybe it's just because it looks like it starts down here, even though I don't know. The hand looks really disproportionate. It's kind of freaking me out, even though I'm sure it's a normal hand. Close enough? Stonehenge. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Stonehenge is in a roundabout, middle of the road, somewhere. Definitely got white splotches on the side of all the stones, and it just straight up has Stonehenge written in modern font, right smack in the middle. That's the real thing. I don't understand actually the point of, wait, why though? Maybe that's the name of the town and they're just like, hey, we can also build a little knockoff Stonehenge as people enter the town. It's very possible. I can't begin to know. Maybe someone lives here. Maybe someone who's watching this drives by this every day and they're very offended because they're proud of it. They're proud of what it represents with their city. And I'm sorry if that's the case. I didn't mean to put it down. Don't get the special sauce. Wow. They knew exactly what they were doing here and had no second thoughts about it. Okay. Look at this dude over here just kind of staring at it in the reflection like, All right. It's just like the unspoken thing. Anyone who comes here as a family who has a kid that's like over the age of, I don't know what age these days, over the age of 11, 12. It's just unspoken. Hey, you guys want to go to Burger Hub? Let's do a family outing over there. And the kid is just trying to hold it. I can't let on the fact that I know why this looks like something else and why I can't make mention that I know why this looks like this. I'm just going to pretend that I think it's just a restaurant name, and then in the future, when I hear of where it's based off, I'll be like, wow, oh, that's so weird that the logo of this website looks a lot like Burger Hub, where I go get food all the time and have for a while now. Came across this at a small village in India. Oreo fried peas. Someone from somewhere else just is going to snag that, not really paying attention to things, and just be so disappointed when they get home. Like, I'm going to be a tourist wherever this is, just not really take a look and be like, whoa, green Oreos, that must be a really interesting flavor. Like, I don't know, green tea filling or something. Just snag it, get home, be like, are you peas? I just bought myself a bag of peas. I wanted green tea Oreos. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, as an I instead of an O. You would expect at the very least, if they're going to knock off the Oreo branding when substitute an I for an E, like, at least it'd be cookies. Why is it peas? Why? You're not going to get repeat business that way. At least if it were cookies, maybe someone would take it home and be like, oh, it's actually not Oreo. At least it tastes good. This is just, I don't know. WhatsApp wheat in India. Again, WhatsApp brand high quality grain. But why? I don't get it. Why just grab the name of an app and put it on your wheat? grain. You could have picked, I don't know, like a reputable food company or something. What association does a texting app have with your wheat? I don't get it. I'm so confused. Why did you choose that? Did you not know what WhatsApp is? When you can't afford the A-team, B staff. Oh boy. I've never done anything particularly special in my life. I just kind of live pretty average existence, and I work on the B staff at an office job. Work in a basement cubicle. When they need reinforcements, I get brought up to the top. I'll punch a few staples, and I get sent back down into the basement. It's life on the B staff. Also, the tires look very flat here. So apparently the B staff, they also can't be bothered to put air in those, and that's not going to work very well for them. It's a bummer. I swear the fries has an M on it. King Burger. Hey, at least they have actual Coca-Cola? Light lemon. Watch that have been something that was distributed like 10 years ago, and that was the last time it was distributed. It's run end. It hasn't been served in 10 years. More than that. Also, it is actually just McDonald's fries. An image of those. King Burger. You couldn't even like go for a different name. You couldn't even say Burger Queen or Hamburger Joker. You couldn't just come up with a different word. You had to just straight up use the exact same everything. And I like how they included the R. Like, yeah, I'm sure you guys successfully got that trademark. Definitely. I'm sure that the USPTO, this probably isn't in the US, but I'm sure the Patent and Trademark Office was like, oh, King Burger. That sounds very original. I can't believe no one came up with something like that before. That's really smart. I bet they're going to have a multi-billion-dollar business someday. I wish you luck with that one. I found this at my local 7-Eleven. Full color LCD screen, more bright. Wow, $25 too. PvP Station Lite. It's a good name actually for something that like is competitive. Also, how did you manage to score Sony and Nintendo IP on the same platform? Very impressive. Crash Mind Over Mutant. I don't actually know if that is a Crash Bandicoot game or not. Because if it's not, they've made a pretty convincing title for it. Maybe they subbed out the text right there and the rest is ripped. Yeah, maybe it's something that can just play discs from multiple manufacturers, and they invested all the money. I'm sure that someone, if they wanted to, could invest a whole bunch of money in developing something that can actually read discs from different publishers. It's just it wouldn't be worth the money because they would be shut down immediately because you're not allowed to do that. Someone forgot what a pistachio is called. That green nut ice cream. I hope that this was actually someone really fumbling with the word and it's not meant to be a joke. It's probably, artificially flavored pistachio ice cream with pistachios and almonds. So they know, and maybe they're trying to be relatable to people who are looking at this who don't know the name of pistachio, but pistachio ice cream has always been a strange concept to me. It tastes totally fine. It kind of just tastes like sugar with a hint of pistachio, I guess, but of all the flavors that you could put into an ice cream that's like universally known, because there are really niche ice creams here and there like avocado and lavender, things like that. But of all the very widely distributed ice cream flavors, pistachio is the one that's always struck me as very odd, to where someone was like, oh, you know what would be good? Let's take these really salty nuts and let's, I don't know, try to make an ice cream out of them. Yeah, why not? But this seems like the one to go with. Not any of those other flavors that make a little bit more sense. Pistachio. The best toothpaste. Crust. Good quality toothpaste with free toothbrush. The last thing that I want my toothpaste to be named is crust. Even though maybe it's supposed to remove crust from my teeth, it just sounds like it's giving me crust. If we're being completely honest, back 2,000 plus years ago, dental hygiene was probably not all that great. So maybe that's not actually something you want to go for. But there were better ones than crust. You should call it crisp. That would be a decent name. Like it's gonna give you a crisp feeling after you're done. Pikachu. I feel like for some reason we have seen other Homer Simpson Pikachu combinations before. It must just be a common thing because of the yellow that people are like, how can we do like a hybrid Chimera off-brand knockoff? Definitely Pikachu Homer. They're both yellow. It works. It's gonna be great. No cease and desists in our future. Fork Girl Scouts. Wow, this is a passionate title. Someone has an issue with Thin Mints. Thick Mints. I'll be totally honest with you. I would prefer Thick Mints over Thin Mints. Those look like some Yorkshire peppermint patties, which I would take. Yeah. Ooh, give me some Thick Mints. They know what they're doing here with the Thick Mints, and I think they realize that that makes it more appealing. You see Thin Mints, and then you see Thick Mints next to it. You're gonna be like, yeah, I don't care about the calories. I've had a few drinks. I don't care enough, and I'm going all out right here. That's what happens is after you've had a few drinks, you stop caring as much about calories. You're like, you know what? Just give them all to me. At least for me, that's kind of how it is. So give me all the Thick Mints. We ain't about that thin. Needs more JPEG. I mean, you can read it at least. I wonder if it actually has the movie on it or if someone just kind of printed the first image that popped up on Google, super low res, on the CD. And it's just like a blank CD. You can burn it. It just happens to have a corpse bride image on it because who wouldn't want a branded CD to burn whatever your files onto? Because, man, I remember when my mom, in order to back up files, she would burn them to a CD. And also she would burn things to a CD to like send files to other people. It's amazing how far we've come that CD drives are just not even needed in a computer anymore. It's amazing. Hey, it's $1.88 at Goodwill. So like the worst thing that happens is you basically give it $1.88 to charity and you didn't get anything in return. So yeah, it could be worse. Move aside, Oreos. It's time for Cream Clan. What kind of weird ass name is Cream Clan? Why though? I realize there's some alliteration going on here, and that's the point of it. And also, I don't know exactly what country we're in. Let's be reasonable here. Putting 2 chocolate cookies with cream in the middle is not like the most original idea ever. There was probably something before Oreo that even did it, and Oreo just kind of took off to be the biggest. So it's fine. If you're gonna do a chocolate sandwich cookie, everyone's gonna do them. But come up with a better name than Cream Clan. Hire a consulting firm that speaks English or something if you're gonna put Latin letters on your package. I don't know. It just seems like it'd be helpful. It's just a branding issue, is all. It's not. I don't really consider chocolate sandwich cookies to be off-brand Oreos because so many people do them. But it's just Cream Clan. Good God. I like my women like my batteries. Super lusty. I mean, this isn't even a crappy off-brand of anything either, is it? I'm not aware of any other battery brand that has a name that kind of sounds like that. Lithium ion. It starts with an L, I suppose. We're moving from crappy off-brands to just off-branding. Or maybe you should have thought about it a little bit more. But also, maybe that was the point. Someone's gonna see the battery and be like, yeah, wow, that caught my attention. I guess I'll buy a super lusty battery. Why wouldn't I? Also, I'm sure that if you're shopping for batteries for a particular kind of device, perhaps, you might be like, this is the perfect thing for it. I don't know. Also, apparently they have a registered trademark, and I believe that they could have that. Maybe I'm just not familiar enough with battery brands. Crappy off-brand of crappy off-brands. Crappy off-brandception. Reddit.com/r/offbrands. I feel like we have seen another. It was either like crappy off-brand, or was it this one? And this is a repost. This could be an off-brand repost of the original, which is a post about the off-brand subreddit, which is off-brand of crappy off-brands. Could it be that many layers deep? It could. Ketchup isn't a brand name. You know what? Hey, to be fair, if you're a mom and pop shop trying to figure out how to brand things, maybe you don't realize that, oh, okay, we call all these things Kleenex, but actually Kleenex is a brand. Or other things that sort of follow that same model, which I can't think of off the top of my head. But there are many things that are just like Kleenex, where you just call it Kleenex regardless of if it's just tissue paper. you'll often refer to as Kleenex. I know I'm guilty of doing that. Maybe they thought that ketchup was the same way. Ketchup was actually a brand that just created ketchup, and now everyone calls it ketchup, even though if you look on every ketchup product, it just says ketchup on it. So it'd be a hard thing to confuse. Incredibly crappy. Wow. All right, that's horrifying. But I guess you got to cash in on that whole Incredibles 2 wave phenomena. Jack. Oh my God, this is terrifying. In case you're concerned that Jack, and there's anything like this with Jack in The Incredibles 2, I'm here to reassure you it's a good film, and that is not a thing. That Jack does not end up being an adult-sized baby at any point in the movie. A creepy adult size. It does not happen. So you're okay. It is a good movie, though. I highly recommend seeing it. I'm trying to help make up for the travesty that I'm witnessing right here. My God, I'm leaving now. That's too much. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Reddit videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to music playing in the background right now, link is in the outro over on Mare Music, which has daily music uploads now, which is pretty cool. I'll see you next time.